India's Prime Minister has met the sole survivor of the plane crash which killed 241 of its passengers and dozens of bystanders. One of the black boxes has been recovered, which investigators hope will provide insight into why the London-bound flight plummeted to the ground seconds after takeoff.
Prime Minister Modi at the crash site, taking stock of the situation. He knows the city well and it's personal. He's been a legislator for over a decade from Ahmedabad when he headed the state of Gujarat. Walking around the debris and the block of flats which were in the flight path of the Air India plane. The aircraft failed to gain height and began losing altitude, and within minutes of takeoff plummeted into the ground, erupting into a ball of fire. Fully loaded with fuel, the Boeing Dreamliner, bound for London's Gatwick Airport, crashed into the residential area. There are investigations still taking place behind at the core place where the crash happened. You can see the blackened buildings in which a number of medical students were living out there. There have been reported deaths and many injuries, several critical. The impact being so great, there's been debris strewn all across this region. At the hospital, Modi met Vishwas Kumar Ramesh, a British national and the only passenger to survive from the aircraft. He spoke of his miraculous escape.
Everything happened in front of my eyes. I still can't believe myself how I came out alive. For a little while, I thought I was going to die. But when I opened my eyes, I realized I'm alive. So I tried to escape. I pulled out the belt from under my seat and tried to escape. Then I managed to do it. I saw others and the air hostesses in front of me who couldn't escape.
In a video on social media, he can be seen moments after the crash, dazed but relatively unscathed. He tells people around him that he came off the plane. He was traveling with his brother, who didn't survive. Families grieve outside the hospital. Anand lost 3 members of his extended family, including an infant. All were British nationals from Wellingborough. They were here for a family ceremony.
Big loss. But
what can we do? We can only blame our fate. It's probably written for us. The worst was for my nephew, who had dropped them at the airport, returned home and heard the news of the incident.
The process of identifying bodies is painstaking due to the nature of the crash. DNA samples are being matched with relatives. But the wait for Leela Ben is agonizing. Her grandson was killed when the aeroplane crashed into their quarters, and her daughter-in-law is severely burnt and is in the ICU.
I can't even see my child's face now. They said he's so severely burnt, but I just want to.
The cause of the crash remains unknown. Investigators will now begin the long and complex process of determining what went wrong. But many families will grapple with the unimaginable loss of one of the worst disasters in India's aviation history. Neville Lazarus, Sky News, Ahmedabad.